introduction is the Genie Collectables. The Genie Collectables and Grow Cannabis. The show's called Grow Cannabis. Grow Cannabis indoors. Or maybe outside. The Genie Collectables Grow the Genie Collectables Cannabis Show. What a thing. And over here is a product demonstration of something very interesting. I'm going to start by showing this beautiful light over here, this rayon LED. Very powerful light with independent UV controls. It's got something that other lights only wish they had, which is independent UV controls. And the power and the heat exchange on these have great value compared to high pressure sodium, which make a lot of heat. The Genie Collectables Grow Cannabis Show. Welcome all viewers. Thank you for tuning in. This is what makes this possible. These beautiful lights right here, rayon LED 760s, just beasts like from X-Men with the blue beast right here. This is the same color as the X-Men blue, and the independent UV controls really gonna set it off in this garden. As soon as it's developed and it's happening, there's gonna be an abundance of trichomes, the cyclone of trichome. And what I'm hoping to show viewers today is something that wasn't available to me when I was looking for these products, and we'll be explaining and detailing some product demonstrations. This is the fresh air is very important when you're growing cannabis. Having air intake to your hut is important also. If you're living in ideal climates and you can take fresh air from outside, that's great. However, in some conditions, such as my own and many others, fresh air from outside isn't always available. Whether you're pulling it from a window, maybe you don't want to leave your window open. So what I have here is a brand new HEPA filter. And this HEPA filter is from a company in Vancouver, so we're always supporting Canadian business wherever we can. And this Indo HEPA filter is going to be an air intake for this tent. And there's two HEPA filters, and that's going to help me keep the air inside the tent fresh. And it's also going to increase the airflow within the tent. And this is a really neat product because I really thought the way it was priced had an excellent price on it. And it's got these little knobs up here that are quick and easy to remove the top plate and reinstall a fresh 4-inch filter. You can pop them in as frequently as you like, and it's a 4-inch. This one's called a flange, a 4-inch flange. I suppose you could put an adapter on that, but what would be the point? So you've got to want to try and meet the CFMs of this. I'm gonna have one of them on each side of the tent. And again, really nice product for the price. I spoke and contacted the company. They told me how it operates, how it works really quickly. They gave me responses to my emails. So I thought I would try their HEPA filtration for the fresh air intake to my brand new tent, which will be debuting the premier feature with beautiful plants and beautiful buds. So this is a product to look for if you want to increase the filtration within your tent, because when the doors are closed, it can be a challenge with any grow tent. Once the fresh air intake is cut off, things do not go well.
So this is a product I'm really looking forward to. And here is a fan which I thought was worth a mention. I've got one hanging up here already, and it's running. It's very silent. And when I was looking through the products online, I wasn't sure if it was worth the extra money, but I had a good feeling about this fan. So when I purchased one, I was impressed. And one thing I didn't get to see when I was looking online was these product demonstrations. I didn't see any product demonstrations. So we're gonna do an unboxing video over here. I just opened it up, and the first thing you see is this catalog. I got two of these fans. I already opened one, so I know exactly what it's like. This is a really interesting little pamphlet they include about growing hemp. We'll be covering some of these topics in detail, and they just show you some hemp flowers right away. From the AC Infinity, you know what they're about, what they're doing. They're showing you the big buds of the big hemp buds, and really nice little magazine here. I like the paper quality of it. And next up in the unboxing is this little remote, and this is the speed controller to the light. And the speed controller to the light has 8 independent speeds, which allows the, or is it 1? Let's see, let's count the dots. So every one of the dots is a speed. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 10 independent speeds, and the fan is very quiet. So this fan here will be connected to the Indo, which I just explained, and pulling fresh air into the tent quietly. And so over here is an instruction manual, which is more so based on how to use the controller 6.9. The digital controller I opted out of. It was a little bit extra money, and I felt like I could save somewhere else. They offer a great 2-year product warranty, and so I don't think I'll be taking them up on it, because this is a really well-made fan. And next up, we've got the actual fan itself. But before we go into that, they give you sweet bundles here. Is the duct clamps. You'll want to be using duct clamps to service your fan if for any reason you need to inspect the contents of the interior. The duct clamps will allow easy access. Personally, I like to add tape on top because it makes an airtight seal, and it's not always necessary. However, it's preferred if you're trying to diminish heat exchange from intense lighting such as HPS. This is the duct clamps. They give you some straps to hang it, which I found the straps to be a little challenging compared to these hooks. The hooks that mount into the fan. I'm gonna get into that. And over here we have the really interesting and very invaluable mounting kit for it's got zip ties and little velcros. This is really useful for the extra long cable that is attached to the fan for the speed controller and the power controls, which this is provided. We can go inside of it here. And they've got velcros and some zip ties, and they're just trying to get growers to make sure that their lines are clean and not hanging, which is something that I still have to do on this tent, but I've been delayed because of home renovations, and so currently waiting, in the meantime making product videos. And now we're gonna get to the fan. Here's the fan, and AC Infinity fan, and this thing pushes a lot of air relatively silently. So I'm really pleased with this purchase, and the bit of extra dollars that it took out of the bank account was given back with little bits of add-ons and a really nice product. This is a mounting bracket, which I've installed these S hooks over here into the bottoms of the so it's hanging right side up, and there's no pressure on this extension from the connection. So make a really great fan, but when it comes to lighting, these independent UV controls are by far going to add more terpene profiles. It's something when you combine fresh air with the this is such a beautiful fan. Fresh air with the plants, that's what it's all about. And AC Infinity, I would not hesitate to buy this brand again. And so basically we've got the quick recap. So we've got the Indo, which is going to be sitting outside of the tent, and then we've got the AC Infinity silently bringing the fresh filtered air from outside of the tent into the tent. And then we will be adding this beautifully made by AC Infinity, this duct splitter. And just before I thought this would be like a really good Klingon, or maybe I could use it as a vision splitter to have it's an animal call. You always gotta connect with your primal instincts, I think. So this is the duct splitter, beautifully made. Could not find anything like this in the hardware store. And from this, we will be adding, so from the HEPA filter, we will be adding a duct splitter, and then there will be fresh air going on each side. Each corner of the tent will be supplying filtered air. And from inside the tent, we'll be adding more oscillating fans on each corner. So each corner of the tent will have an oscillating corner fan supplied by HEPA filtered air, which allows me to be able to run the tent in a closed environment and not having to open the doors or worry about humidity. It adds a controlled environment by making sure that each corner has a air supply that's moving air. This is going to be very important to making sure that the air inside the tent does not go stagnant, thus harboring things that could go wrong in the microclimates, because in cannabis it's the microclimates that are often the problem. So the areas in between the leaves, between the leaves, and there can be a lot of leaves which air does not become refreshed. And so by adding HEPA filtration into your tent, you can do a lot of beneficial things for your plants. And by adding silent fans, you can do a lot for your ears when you're there working on it. So I'll be putting together videos on how it all comes together. And as always, I want to spend a moment. Thank you everyone. Thank you for the appreciation, the culture, the Society of Cannabis, the business, and the patrons of cannabis. And above all, thank you for the contributions and the sponsorship to make these videos possible. One big shout out to Rayon LED for these beautiful lights that we're going to be premiering, debuting, and broadcasting the development of some of the best cannabis that these viewers could ever witness, from seed to harvest to curing. It's going to be like a disco ball hanging off the wall, turning, and when the light hits it, it'll be rainbows shooting out of the inside of the trichome. The pixel of light that dances, we'll be getting that within this 2022-23 season, so stay tuned for what's to come. And I hope everybody enjoys this product demonstration. Indo, AC Infinity, and always Rayon LEDs, Supreme Beast lights. And bear with me on the video editing. I'll be improving that. Thanks for, thumbs up. Please get the thumbs up on these videos. Subscribe to them, and let's make the magic. For greening up your thumbs to a greener day, let's all celebrate the Genie Collectables Grow Cannabis Show. Here we are. Here you are. Here I am. All right, we're getting it done. Relax, just chill, yo.